Know your writing and know yourself, and you need not fear 100 projects. Sun Tzu.
Sun Tzu might not have said that, but it is true. Knowing your writing and yourself will prepare you for almost any project. The best way I accomplish this is reading rubrics or referencing material I intend to recreate the quality of. Other times I must ask myself, what is it I'm trying to create, and go from there. Once you do that, you must know yourself. And if I were me, which I am, I would be wondering, how do you know yourself? Who are you? Put simply, you have to know your writing process, and the best way to help you see yours is to show you mine. Let's start off with my writing process is pretty simple. We in the biz, it's just me. We call it the CB Fepser. Everyone knows the CB. What? You know what it is? Huh. Well, the best part about the CB Fepser is how easy it is to explain. This 7-letter super word stands for comfort, brainstorming, formatting, editing, produce, sharing is caring, and rewatch. I suppose that might sound a little vague, so let's get specific. Comfort. It's exactly what it sounds like. Throw on some music and take a comfortable seat. Comfort also means eliminating discomfort, like distraction.
Side videos? Gone. Phone? Gone. Friends? Gone!
Drink some water too, because it's important to stay hydrated. Once comfort, it's time to think. By using
De Piero's
strategy of first order thinking to get thoughts and ideas on the page.
And sometimes, when I'm not feeling particularly inspired, or I'm looking for more within a project, I'll use references like similar media when writing up a concept. Thanks, Ashton. Sometimes, I even use art. Might sound a bit crazy, but sometimes that evoked feeling from art can be enough to inspire an entire story. Take this art for example. This is a character who is scary, angry almost. Why are they angry? What was taken from them? Did they follow through with this anger, or is it an outer shell to protect them from the deep pain of loss? Maybe they aren't angry. Maybe they're sad, deeply so. This art came with no instructions, and even with a brief inspection, you can pull so much from it.
Formatting. It's the next step. It's a bit more analytical than brainstorming, falling into
De Piero's
second order thinking. But it's generally just as creative and important. This covers things like pacing and structure, basically the things that make your writing understandable and interesting to consume. After all, if it isn't fun to watch, then, who cares? If I'm not required to watch it, then I'll probably click away. Hey, wait! Editing is similar to formatting, and much like Anne Lamont's crappy first drafts, I'm taking all my hard work and passion and refining it into something more.
Creating a second draft, adding notes, direction, images.
Like this quote. Needs more olive oil. Now that's some refinement, and it might take more than one pass to feel ready. This product you're looking at now is like the 4th pass.
Producing. Plenty of media has this step, but in my case, it's preparing physical video, where I mostly go through and gather all relevant clips, like this one you see here. Set up scenes, like standing in front of a green screen, or sitting at the porch, or reading a script, which I am really bad at that one.
To know your writing process, and the best way to show you yours is to show you mine. Put simply, you have to know your writing process, and the best way to show you yours. Put simply, then I go through and I put it all together. Set up music, pacing, make art. That often takes the longest time and can be the most strenuous, but it's also the most necessary for a good final product. Speaking of final product, this is a creative transition. You could say that again. Sharing is caring, which, while writing, I thought was a My Little Pony reference, but it's actually trademarked by the Salvation Army. That being said, sharing is a necessary part of my process, where I take a nearly finished video and I share it with friends to see if they have any comments on it. Just like Dipper's comments on
De Piero.
writing. This also helps you hit more than one audience. If you share it with people you have less in common with, it helps tell if you are the only one who gets the jokes. In many cases though, especially academically, it might be who you're writing it for. Rewatch. This is the final step, where I take all the feedback and ignore it, because criticism is for people who make mistakes, and I don't.
It's beautiful. Oh, sorry, I was looking at a picture of Megamind. This is my video. Oh, no.
So that's the CB FEPSR. I told you it was simple. And despite the amazing acronym, my process is not always devoid of difficulty.
There is many a time where I struggle with actually having the ideas. Most of the time I just,
Having the catalyst thought can take brainstorming before the brainstorming, and even before that begins, I have to get passion for the project, and it's a whole thing. I really struggle with that sometimes. Well, that and actually getting myself to start writing, and that's a whole thing some days. I think in doing this project, I see much of what holds me back is, well, me. Similar to most writers, it was the friends we made along the... No? Oh, sorry, that we are our own greatest enemy. Whether I knew it or not, after doing some research, I learned that I was already doing a lot of what the professionals do, just in my own way. So that probably means you do too. And I hope that watching this has given you some insight on your own writing process, whether you are a published author or someone just figuring it out. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. This project was difficult, but it was for my English class, and it's not necessarily my normal style, but I had a very good time making it. It also took a really long time. I don't know, I think it's gotta be like 23 hours at this point, because there was like the 6 and then the 8 and then it doesn't matter. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you're interested in seeing more of me, I stream on Twitch and I post videos sometimes. Anyways, have an amazing day. Goodbye.